Have you ever caught a whiff of something unpleasant and paused for a second, wondering, is that me? It's not a question we like to ask ourselves. In fact, most of us never say it out loud. Because there's something deeply personal, almost painful, about the thought that our bodies might be sending off a smell we didn't notice, but someone else did. And let's be honest. When you're a woman of a certain age, dealing with enough already, the last thing you want to worry about is whether people notice an odor when you walk by. But here's the truth, body odor in senior women isn't always about hygiene. Sometimes, it's your body whispering, or even screaming, that something underneath the surface needs attention. This isn't about shaming. This isn't about judgment. This is about awareness. Because if no one ever talks about it, how would you know? See, as you get older, your body starts changing in ways you never expected. The stuff no one ever warned you about. Your skin gets thinner. Your hormones shift. Your digestive system slows down. And suddenly, you smell different. But it's not just a part of getting older. Doctors are now warning that certain types of odor in senior women are linked to deeper health issues or common lifestyle mistakes. The scary part? Most women make these mistakes without even knowing it. They go years thinking, I'm just aging, when in reality, their bodies have been trying to tell them something all along. In this video, I'm going to walk you through 6 silent mistakes that could be affecting the way your body smells. Some of them are simple. Some are surprising. And one of them might be sitting in your bathroom right now, hidden in plain sight. But by the end of this video, you're going to know exactly what to look for, what to change, and how to take back control of your comfort and confidence. Because yes, you deserve to feel clean, fresh, and secure in your own skin, no matter your age. So before we dive in, I want you to take a deep breath with me. This conversation might feel uncomfortable, but it's coming from a place of love, care, and truth. And if you're ready to take small steps that make a big difference, go ahead and comment below, I care. It helps remind you, and others, that you're not alone on this journey. And don't forget to subscribe to Elderly Wisdom Guide, where we talk about the real stuff, honest, helpful, heart-centered advice for aging with grace, strength, and dignity. Alright, let's get into it. Let's start with something so simple, so ordinary, that most people overlook it completely. Think about Margaret, 76 years old, full of life, always had a cup of coffee in her hand. Morning, noon, and sometimes even late afternoon. But water? That was rare. She said she just wasn't thirsty anymore. Coffee kept her going. It was warm, comforting, part of her routine. One day, during a visit, her granddaughter leaned in for a hug, and noticed something. A sour, almost metallic smell on Margaret's breath. Not strong, but strange. Different. Margaret hadn't changed anything. Not her soap. Not her toothpaste. But her body had. Here's what's really happening: as we age, our sense of thirst fades. The body doesn't sound the alarm for water the way it used to. So, we end up drinking less and less without even noticing. And over time, that silent habit takes a toll. Without enough water, the body struggles to flush out toxins. Waste builds up. That leads to dry mouth, which creates a perfect home for odor-causing bacteria. You might notice bad breath that doesn't go away. Stronger body odor. Or urine with a pungent, almost ammonia-like smell. And here's the kicker. Many people think dry mouth is just a normal part of aging. It's just my age, they say. But no, in many cases, it's dehydration. And that's fixable. You don't need to chug gallons. Just start with small, gentle changes. Try sipping water every hour, not just when you're thirsty. Keep a water bottle within reach, something light and easy to handle. Add a slice of lemon, or cucumber, or even a splash of apple cider vinegar if you like a little zing. Make it feel like a treat, not a chore. Because your body still needs hydration just as much as ever, maybe even more. And here's the beauty of it, when you hydrate regularly, your skin glows a bit more. Your breath freshens. Even your energy lifts. It's one of the simplest ways to feel better, smell better, live better. But hydration isn't the only hidden culprit. Sometimes, the problem isn't what you're putting in your body, it's what you're putting on it. Now, let's talk about something that seems harmless, maybe even comforting. Linda, 72, loved her floral soap. It reminded her of her younger days, a time when she'd lather up with that strong garden scent and feel instantly refreshed. It was her signature. A part of her identity. But lately, Linda had noticed something strange. Even after a good shower, her skin carried a musty, almost sour odor, especially in the late afternoon. She cleaned daily. Sometimes twice. She tried switching perfumes, spraying a little more deodorant, even changing her laundry detergent. Nothing helped. She couldn't understand it. How could someone who bathed so regularly still feel not fresh? Here's what most people don't realize: as you age, your skin changes dramatically. It becomes thinner, more fragile, and most importantly, more sensitive to pH balance. When you use soaps that are too harsh, especially heavily fragranced ones, they strip away your skin's natural oils. Those oils aren't just there for softness, they protect you. They help regulate healthy bacteria and keep your skin barrier strong. Without them, your skin becomes a welcoming place for bacteria to settle, especially in warm areas like underarms, folds around the stomach, under the breasts, or between the thighs. That's when that faint musty smell starts to show up. And even worse, the more you scrub with strong products, the more your skin rebels. There's also this common belief: if it smells strong and clean, it must be working. But fragrance doesn't clean. It masks. It covers up what's going on beneath the surface, but never actually fixes the problem. So, what's the answer? You don't need to give up feeling clean and pampered, you just need to choose products that work with your body, not against it. Look for mild, unscented cleansers. Ones labeled for sensitive skin or pH balanced. Even better if they have moisturizing properties, ingredients like oatmeal, aloe, or glycerin. They're gentler, kinder, and they support your skin's natural defense, instead of stripping it away. And when it comes to deodorant, go for ones that are aluminum-free and gentle. You might even find that natural options work better for your body's chemistry now. Remember, clean isn't about smelling like a perfume shop. It's about balance, care, and listening to what your skin is telling you. Of course, the outside is only half the story. Because what's inside, especially when it comes to what you eat every day, can make an even bigger difference. Now let's look at something a little more personal: your plate. Dolores, 80, was a proud cook. Her meals were filled with flavor: garlic sizzling in olive oil, a good piece of red meat on Sundays, and always a side of something creamy and comforting. It's what she grew up on, and it's what made her feel like herself. But her daughter started noticing something odd. Even after Dolores bathed, her skin carried a faint, sour scent. It wasn't strong, but it lingered. They changed her soap, her detergent, even her clothes, but nothing worked. And that's when the doctor asked a surprising question: what has she been eating? See, certain foods don't just fill our bellies, they influence our body chemistry. What we eat becomes a part of our blood, our sweat, even our breath. And over time, foods like garlic, onions, red meat, heavily processed items, or rich dairy products can actually create changes in how your body smells, from the inside out. Your body digests these foods, breaks them down into compounds, and then releases those compounds through your sweat glands and lungs. That's why you might notice bad breath even after brushing, or body odor even after a shower. Because it's not about surface cleanliness, it's about what's happening deep inside. And this is where many people go wrong. They think, I brushed. I washed. I'm clean. But if your body is carrying strong-smelling compounds through the bloodstream, no amount of scrubbing will fully cover that. So, what can you do? It doesn't mean giving up flavor or comfort, but it does mean creating a better balance. Try adding more green vegetables, spinach, kale, parsley. These greens naturally help neutralize odors. Eat more fruits, especially ones with high water content, like apples, berries, and oranges. And increase your fiber, whole grains, beans, and flaxseed. A cleaner gut often leads to a cleaner scent. And if you're unsure where to start, even just replacing one processed meal a day with something fresh can make a noticeable difference in how your body feels and smells. Speaking of the gut, there's one area that's often forgotten when it comes to odor, an area most people don't talk about. But it plays a much bigger role than you'd think. Now, let's talk about something nobody wants to bring up, but that plays a huge role in how we feel, and yes, even how we smell. Barbara was 79 and sharp as a tack. Always smiling, always polite. But lately, something had changed. Her caregiver noticed a constant, faint body odor that wasn't there before. It wasn't from sweat, and it wasn't fixed by a shower. Barbara herself didn't say much, until one day, in a quiet moment, she admitted, "I haven't had a proper bowel movement in 4 days." Now, you might be thinking, what does that have to do with odor? Here's the truth most people don't realize: when you're constipated, when your digestive system slows down, waste sits longer in your colon. And during that time, toxins and byproducts can actually get reabsorbed into your bloodstream. From there, they travel throughout your body, affecting your breath, your skin, and even your sweat. Your body has a natural way of eliminating waste, and when that system gets backed up, everything else gets backed up with it. But here's the problem: many seniors quietly accept irregular digestion as just part of aging. They chalk it up to medications, a slower metabolism, or simply forget to mention it. But it's not something to ignore. Because beyond the discomfort, it can impact your health, your energy levels, and yes, even your personal scent. So, what can help? Start simple. Prunes are nature's medicine. They work gently, without harsh chemicals. Oats are fantastic, too, full of soluble fiber that keeps things moving. Water, again, plays a huge role. And don't underestimate the power of gentle movement. Even a walk around the house or some light stretching can wake up a sleepy digestive system. It's not about drastic changes, it's about daily habits. Small choices that, over time, keep your body clean from the inside out. But what if you're doing all these things? Eating right, bathing regularly, and something still feels off? What if there's a deeper issue hiding in plain sight? Let me tell you about Helen. She was 82, graceful in every way, and had a warm presence that made people feel at home. But there was something else about Helen. Her breath always carried a faint, sweet smell. Almost like fruit, or sometimes like nail polish remover. At first, no one thought much of it. Maybe she was using a new toothpaste. Maybe she had just eaten something sugary. But after a while, her granddaughter started noticing it more often, even first thing in the morning, before breakfast. So, they went to the doctor. And the truth came out. Helen had undiagnosed diabetes, and that sweet scent? It was her body's way of waving a red flag. This isn't uncommon. Certain medical conditions can produce noticeable and distinct body odors. With diabetes, the body struggles to process sugar properly, leading to a buildup of ketones, which causes the breath to smell fruity or sweet. With liver issues, the body can emit a musty or moldy odor, sometimes from the skin, sometimes through breath. And kidney problems? They often create a metallic or ammonia-like scent, because waste that should be filtered by the kidneys starts coming out through the pores. These smells aren't just random, they are the body crying out for help. But here's the tricky part: many seniors will say, "I feel fine," or, "That's just part of getting old." They dismiss changes because they don't feel pain, or because the signs are subtle. But the truth is, age doesn't cause your breath to smell fruity, or your sweat to smell like ammonia. That's not just aging. That's a medical issue, and a treatable one, if caught early. So, what can you do? Start by noticing. If you or someone close to you begins to smell different in a way that doesn't go away, pay attention. And during your regular checkups, don't be afraid to mention odor changes to your doctor. It might feel awkward, but it can lead to early detection of serious conditions, before symptoms become overwhelming. Of course, not all changes come from the inside. Sometimes, the cause is something far more basic: how often we're able to keep clean. And for many seniors, that becomes a quiet, daily struggle. Irene was always so independent. Even into her late 80s, she lived alone and took pride in caring for herself. But after a minor fall in the bathroom, something changed. She became more cautious, more fearful. She began avoiding the shower, nervous she might slip again. At first, her family didn't notice. But over time, a musty scent clung to her clothing and lingered in the air. They thought maybe it was her laundry detergent, or the house needing fresh air. But the truth was simpler, and more heartbreaking. Irene was no longer bathing regularly. And she's not alone. Many seniors quietly pull away from daily hygiene routines, not because they don't care, but because of fear. Fear of falling. Discomfort in the shower. Trouble standing for long periods. Or even forgetfulness that comes with cognitive changes. As mobility decreases, so does the ability to clean the body properly. Especially in sensitive areas like underarms, under the breasts, groin, and feet. Dead skin, sweat, and natural oils begin to build up. And bacteria? It thrives in those warm, moist folds. The result? Odors that no perfume or powder can cover. But this isn't about shame, it's about support. There are simple changes that can help tremendously. Install grab bars in the bathroom to provide safety and confidence. Use a shower chair so bathing doesn't feel like a balancing act. And if a full shower isn't possible, gentle sponge baths or body wipes can still keep skin clean and healthy. What matters most is preserving dignity. Being clean isn't just about odor, it's about how you feel in your own skin. And every senior deserves to feel fresh, comfortable, and respected. Now that we've explored these 6 silent causes, let's take a step back. Because this is about more than just body odor. It's about what these hidden signs are telling us. And how we, together, can face them with understanding and compassion. It's never easy to talk about body odor, especially as we get older. There's a quiet kind of discomfort around it. A feeling that it's something we should keep to ourselves. That maybe it's rude to mention. Or embarrassing to admit. Or just something we have to put up with in silence. But behind every scent, there's a story. And sometimes, there's a warning. A whisper from your body saying, "Hey, something's off. Something needs attention." And you know what? That scent isn't just about soap or sweat. It could be about hydration. About what you're eating. How well your organs are working. Or whether you're able to move and clean your body the way you used to. These aren't flaws. They're signals. And the fact that your body is still sending them? That means it's still fighting for you. Still trying to keep you well. Still giving you the chance to respond, with care, with action, with love. So instead of embarrassment, let's choose empowerment. Because knowing these signs, and what they really mean, puts the power in your hands. It gives you the chance to act early. To catch the small issues before they become big ones. And this isn't just about you. It's about your neighbor who's been more withdrawn lately. It's about your spouse who doesn't want to shower anymore. It's about that friend who jokes about smelling old, but might be quietly scared. It's about all the silent battles that seniors fight behind closed doors. So today, just take a moment. Check in with yourself. Are you drinking enough water? Is your diet making you feel good, or sluggish? When was the last time you had a checkup? Is bathing still safe and comfortable for you? And if you're caring for someone, check in with them, too. Sometimes, one gentle question, one kind conversation, can change everything. Because this isn't just about staying clean. It's about dignity. Health. Connection. You don't have to suffer in silence, or smell in silence. These changes are common, yes, but they're not irreversible. They're manageable, with awareness, with support, and with small, daily choices that add up to a healthier, more confident you. So, here's to listening to our bodies. Here's to facing uncomfortable topics with honesty, courage, and compassion. And most of all, here's to aging not just with grace, but with strength. With clarity. And with the quiet power that comes from truly caring for yourself, inside and out. So, let's take a moment to gently recap what we've learned today. The 6 silent causes of odor in senior women, the ones many overlook but doctors urge us to pay attention to, are, number 1, skipping hydration. It might seem small, but not drinking enough water can change how your body smells, starting with your breath and even your skin. Number 2, using harsh soaps or deodorants. What smells clean may actually be stripping your skin and making things worse. Number 3. Poor dietary choices. The foods we love, like garlic, red meat, or processed snacks, can leave a lingering scent that even a shower can't wash away. Number 4. Ignoring constipation. A backed-up system doesn't just affect your stomach, it affects your whole body, including your scent. Number 5. Hidden medical conditions. Sometimes, that sweet or metallic smell is your body waving a red flag, like with diabetes, liver, or kidney issues. And number 6. Infrequent bathing due to mobility, fear, or discomfort. It's not laziness. It's life getting harder, and it deserves compassion, not judgment. Now, let me ask you something personal. Which of these surprised you the most? Or maybe, have you noticed one of these silent signs in yourself? Or in someone you love, a mother, a neighbor, a friend? I'd love to hear from you. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Because when we speak openly, we break the shame. And when we listen to one another, we grow stronger, together. If this video gave you even one helpful insight, if it made you pause and reflect on something in your daily routine, then I invite you to gently tap the like button, and subscribe to Elderly Wisdom Guide. This channel is here for you, for your health, your comfort, your confidence. We talk about what matters, even when it's not easy, especially when it's not easy. And as we wrap up, I just want to say this: thank you, for being here. Thank you for caring about your well-being. Thank you for having the courage to face these topics head-on. Because your health journey matters. You matter. And remember, even the smallest change today, a glass of water, a gentler soap, a conversation with your doctor, can lead to a more comfortable, confident, and dignified tomorrow. So, until next time, stay wise, stay well, and take care of yourself. You've earned it.